Hello. Well, let's see if I can figure out a plan for the situation in front of me. These two guys have broken weapons, and the best thing to do is to attack them before they can do recover on their turn. These guys are not terribly weakened. This one is weakened, but I can't really imagine how I'd reach him anytime soon. Also, if Ryoko is gonna knock this guy out, it would really help if I beat up their infantry first, so I'm gonna do that. Well, as established last time, it's the only person I can attack anyway. And this anti-AFW actually will not be able to reach her, so I see no problem with this. Deep breath time. They're gonna definitely field E-Wire, and it would be nice to have repair to counterattack. Well, counterattack, right. To remove the damage, but I don't really see it as being urgent. And besides, I'll probably have to use the recover command no matter what happens after this battle. Yana is great, but she doesn't take a punch very well. Well, if I'm lucky, this means that they're moving their infantry forward alone, which is great news for me. Co-op, well, you know, it requires you to cooperate with someone. It also means they're going to be spending more time moving their units forward and backward. Very good news for me. Well, they got armor. That's not too surprising. I should probably fire right now, because I don't think that charging up more is going to result in a one-shot kill. I see two possibilities. Either he'll not move these guys and just walk forward, which is actually the worst thing to happen. Or he'll decide, hey, he's got E-Wire charged up, let's move. Yep. Well, that's too bad for them, isn't it? I actually hope he fires more of those heat shells. That'll mean less heat for Ryoko in a move or two. I should be able to finish him off this time. Now things are going to be a little tricky, because there's still a decent amount of time ahead of us. One of the things about maximum attacks and special shells is that they just increase your ability to attack so much because... not just because they always hit or that they're better attack functions than normal, but because it skips the setting up and the aiming animation, so you get a lot more attacks off than normal. So that's a thing that's good. Last time I promised to explain to you why white phosphorus is bad. There's a couple of things about it. One of them is, if you're gonna make use of it, it requires you to kind of set up your squad around it pretty heavily. Oops, didn't press the button in time. Like, when would you benefit from pushing the enemy troops back the most? In my imagination, it's to keep them from killing, like, a squishy unit of yours, like a shooter, so it can do its thing without any problems. However, enemies like to bring gas neutralization or gas mask. Well, gas nude especially. Like, this guy has it. Let's see who else has it. Alright, not these guys. So, I don't know, half of them maybe? I'll check one more. No, wait, they don't have theirs. Do they? Whatever, I'm getting confused. Actually, these guys do. But the problem is, when you run into someone with anti-gas tech, your entire setup suddenly doesn't work. And also, it's... a unit like the green unit I got is inherently designed for stalling. And I've already talked about why most of the game design is set up specifically so that you have to move fast. Earlier it was because of things like capturing villages before the enemy gets to them, or getting the bonus experience. Ooh, John can definitely get rid of these guys. So what's Ryoko gonna do then? I'm actually not sure. Maybe she can beat these guys up. She can move forward and attack crosswise, perhaps. That could be nice. And on this map, there are no more green units, and there are no villages on the map whatsoever. However, there's Dora that's going to shoot at us from a long range, and we definitely don't want that to happen for too long, so we still have to move fast. Well, I'm not too terribly worried about them heat shells. There we go. I need to land, I think, one shot in this entire, well, actually, it's been moving forward a lot, so I probably won't get full damage from homing shots. Never mind, 31 damage is plenty. Holy crap. And just like that, it's long range again. I think I'm gonna... Ooh, that was pretty nice aim, not gonna lie. So, let's not waste any squad time, because I definitely want to make sure I get all the available homing shots off. Yeah, definitely had time to move a little bit further forward there, but that's okay. Right, so that was pretty good pushback on an anti-AFW that was constantly moving forward because it had no squads to move around. And it still worked, so I don't think it's really possible to do better than that. What's Kinsado going to do? Let's see. I think Weizsäcker is going to attack this one, and he'll definitely be able to kill him. There's really no question about it. Therefore, I don't need to have Kinsado attack their squads. It would be very dangerous to do so anyway. But I don't want him to just stay in back the whole time. I mean, yes, the woods will delay him, but he's a light FW. He gets his next move faster than most. Oh, okay. I'm slightly surprised. Yeah, so you notice that the artillery did not do very much damage to her AFW, but her troops are really hurting. And those are not squishy troops. That's the main danger from Dora's long-range attack. You can lose squads just like that if you're not careful. Alright, when does this one move? And okay, Ippei moves first, so he or Ryoko, well, more likely Ryoko, will be able to get in the way. So I think it's fine for Weizsäcker to attack from here. Yeah, so when that space is cleared, Ippei will be able to move forward and punch this guy, or perhaps even better. Actually, yeah, he should be able to demolish them completely, maybe. Normally I'd be concerned about this matchup, because I can't really move my troops forward. The enemy is using wire and I won't be able to escape. And co-op is definitely going to mean that I can't, well, I already just said that. Blah. So I'd be depending just on shots, which would be a little troublesome if I had to conserve maximum attacks. Fortunately I don't. I'd say 2 accurate fires and 1 normal shot will be fine. Let's see. I think he's gonna fire a special shell, so I'll use accurate fire right now. No need to risk having my aim disrupted. Oh wow, That's more than I expected. Holy crap. I probably should have considered that enemy co-op won't be super powerful, considering only one of their squads is actually anti-soldier. But then, enemies' AI squad's attack power is just so high that it's probably better not to risk it. It'd probably deal less of damage anyway. They're probably gonna move their infantry. No, wait, I don't think they are. Oh, that's... Well, I'm glad he wasn't walking anyway. That could have been bad. Let's go ahead and interrupt that grenade launching animation, shall we? Yeah, that's the main thing. Anytime a unit either fires a normal shell or fires a special shell or uses a maximum attack, soldier firing animations are cancelled. And thus delayed. And depending on the matchup, this can happen a lot. Alright, so I'll definitely need to have him recover, but one recover should do fine. I don't think the enemy is going to have too many chances to attack him. Alright, I definitely want Jun to move forward if I can manage it. This guy would be happy to attack him, though. Well, that might not necessarily be such a bad thing. If I move him here, then the AFW will move, I think, over here to attack him. Well, they could technically do a diagonal, but I don't think they will. And then Jun can use his 3 heat shells to beat that guy up a little bit and leave him open to a follow-up. I don't see a problem with that, really. Well, except they'll be in woods, but my guys are so good at aiming right now so that it doesn't even matter. So how much do I want to risk? I don't want to risk having him attacked by 3 guys, so this'll do. Oh! Usually you have something to say, Ryoko. I'm slightly surprised. So, who are you gonna beat up? Let's check the turn order. So not the guys up front. And then Ayana's recovering, of course. I think Dora will attack her for a while. Ippei definitely needs to move to make room for John to move forward and attack. Thinking. Might be better for Ryoko to attack diagonal and take this guy out. They wouldn't be able to damage Ryoko's infantry as well. Oh, that's not cool. That's not okay. Attacking diagonally is the main feature of medium AFW. Why are you telling me she can't do it right now? Be that way. This is gonna be extra tricky. I'm definitely going to take cooperation here. It's going to be messy. It'll be fun, you'll love it. Wait, did they even charge up their co-op? Yeah, they did. It just charges up real fast. Actually, a check fire against this guy is probably not a bad idea. I'll do that for my next shot. Well, that's paper armor, alright. And there goes their shield. Oh. I thought that without their shield I'd do more damage, but whatever. And now we're at medium. Hooray! Once again, completely worth it, even if I don't hit the leg. But hey, I gotta say, slowing this guy down, not bad at all. Come on, give me the other charge fire. Oh, much better. Very much better. Probably the shield had something like 2 hit points on it after the first charge fire. Even so, that skill is not as powerful as I hoped it was. Probably their normal attacks deal just as much, unlike homing shot. Am I gonna end up at long range? That'd be kind of hilarious if true. Yeesh. That was from a normal shot. Well, I knew it was gonna be messy, so what can I say? I think I'll fire normally and then use a quick fire. Really? Well, I called it. Can't say I was wrong there. Whoa. The things, they just keep happening. I understand the math correctly, and wow. I forgot they had quite so many of those. But I should really expect it, and I should probably check their skills beforehand. Seriously, what's wrong with me? That should be able to do it. Because if... Yeah. It says point-blank firefight, but I don't think charge fire is affected by range at all. Maybe it is? I don't know. How does this skill even work? Maybe it's just a bad skill. Well, live and learn. Yeah, it's definitely a bad skill compared to the others. Probably normal shots are better, but probably would have lost a squad if I did that. Man, that's a bit of a headache. Well, I know exactly how to deal with this situation. They'll quickly realize that they got a bit greedy there. I kind of wish that there was some way to respond to an enemy melee maximum attack with your own. But I guess that's just part of the game engine. Oh my. In retrospect, I don't know. Yeah, in retrospect, the smarter thing to do when taking out Ryoko's first target would be to load up the heat shells and just use those, since I would start at short range anyway. And I'd be putting the squads at less risk as well. It's not gonna finish it, but don't worry, things will be okay. Alright, let's check the turn order. Which one is that? Oh yeah, they're moving again fairly soon. So, how am I going to deal with this? Actually, yeah, Kinsado doesn't move in time. They're a little stuck. Alright, I guess I have a plan. Epee will soften these guys up. Then John will finish them. And then Weizsäcker will move in and attack these guys and finish them off. He's got plenty of firepower for that. These guys will be left alone because Ryoko recovers faster and they're in the way of these guys. So that should work out. They'll probably attack John. Do I want to move him? It seems a little risky. It seems a lot risky. Let's see, do you have repair? No? Well, I guess that's good news for me. I think repair is slightly too good. I know, of all of the busted skills in this game, I'm picking on repair. The main reason I say this is because it usually takes a maximum attack to deal, say, weapon damage. But just a normal rear rank squad skill will get rid of it. Maybe if it only worked on leg damage, since that's all they can reach. Alternatively, maybe it would be a little more balanced if repair automatically fixed it after the battle, so you wouldn't have to use a recovery action just to get rid of it. Right, you need to definitely just work on not losing your squads, because losing co-op squads is a bad thing. It is a very bad thing. Which is too bad, because I would have loved to get rid of these squads on this anti-AFW, but it's weird. When I tried out this map before, Kaiho always took snipes at John. I don't get it. Maybe it has to do with turn order, since my formation was a little different. Anyway. So, you definitely... Yeah, this unit doesn't have anything that can really give my homing shot squads trouble. It's... I don't know. If we're gonna talk about balance again, homing shot is definitely the best of the shooter skills. We already saw that charge fire actually deals pretty bad damage. Well, I better hope that things stay at long range then, shouldn't I? The other thing is, Grenade probably deals better damage than Charge Fire up close, but it causes pushback, so it actually loses power the more you use it, whereas Homing Shot actually becomes more powerful for the same reason. They're definitely gonna fire an Incendiary. I think it's better to actually just let them prepare to fire. Come on. There we go. I'm not gonna waste my time with a Bombard. They'll probably use Smoke Shot or White Phosphorus. Oh yeah, Smoke Shot. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but I mean, my rocket launchers alone will be enough, most likely. Ooh, that was actually fairly convenient. It would have taken a while for me to go through the setup animation otherwise. It didn't take very long to go from 30% to 80% even through the penalty of Smoke Shot. So that should say something about John. At least, our high-level John. No, I'm not going to bother with emergency load. If it wasn't for Smoke Shot, I would do that in an instant. But it's, I mean, they're gonna stop at medium range. There's really no need. That broken weapon probably threw off their shots, now that I think about it. So thank you, Ipe. Whoa. Well, that's surprisingly fortunate. I thought they were going to attack Ryoko. But they probably took a broken weapon and wanted to repair that off. Kinsado is going to eat them for breakfast. So, what is... Well, Emilio's going to punch these guys. That's what he's going to do. They'll make... Weizsäcker needs to repair, I think. Yeah, attacking Ayana actually threw off my strategy for a little bit. But whatever, I'll deal with it. Well, let's think carefully about this. If Weizsäcker goes up and finishes these guys off and takes a bit of damage in return, what danger is he going to be put in? I mean, his troops don't really take damage, and this guy attacks squads, not really the machine. So it should be fine. In this case, it might actually matter whether or not I use Rapid Punch. And I rarely say this, but it doesn't look like he's going to use Quick Move a lot. So I guess I might as well. What else am I going to use these maximum attacks for? Too bad there isn't a punching move that attacks the enemy legs. I mean, there's lots of other stuff that hits the legs, so why not this? Well, I've been playing a fair bit, so I think I'm gonna call it here. But we've broken up their formation pretty well. The only kind of mystery is how we're gonna deal with these guys. They might try to punch Emilio, in which case I wish them luck, sort of. Although Emilio will definitely have to recover after that. And if they attack Jun, that's even better for me. Though, I prefer they not get in his way too much. Pros and cons. Well, so we'll definitely be able to clean up this stuff next video, and hopefully we can approach the Dora and see what happens there. Alright, well, see you next time.